that kind of goes into one word I was going to say in there, but I figured I'd save it for a moment, is requalifying, or just qualifying things, like the language and words that we have that allows us to qualify things certain ways. I wrote down some words that have different meanings here, but in novel, for example, novel world, romantasy is now a thing, where instead of having romance novels that have some fantasy, it's fantasy books that also have a romance as a center point. So now they've called everything romantasy. That's like a new subgenre that's cropped up. It's always been there, but now it's like, okay, this is popular enough and everywhere enough that people started using a term for it. Or cozy fantasy is now a thing, like just slice of life, which has been in so many other cultures all the time, and it's not a new thing at all, but it has popped up recently, and people gave it a name and called it cozy, because we got to put names on everything.
And it's kind of what you were saying yesterday, how like in our world everything spreads so quickly, or if something starts to be a thing a little bit, then other people, it becomes a trend and people are like pushing it, and then they give it a name and then it becomes a thing, and then other people can recognize it because it has a name, and then it just goes.
Yeah, and it reframes the way people see everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, cozy. And then they start to see it everywhere even though it's not.
Let's make a bunch of other versions of the cozy, bunch of like, I don't know, what do you call it?
The emergent...
Sub-cozy versions too.